Did you know that we have an entire entertainment and theatrical program called Sunshine Cathedral Center for Performing Arts? So many world famous names come to Sunshine to perform and help us raise critical funds to continue the mission of service to our community. Dozens of performances, events are held every year. For example, the world famous Miss Richfield 1981 will perform Saturday, March 11th at 8 p.m. She will perform in her new show called Cancel Cultured Pearls. For more information and tickets, go to sunshinecathedral.org. So let's talk about Queer Church Performing Arts Center and how it serves our LGBT community. You know, as I thought about that, I thought about some of the performers that we have had come through our series here. And we've had people like Fran Drescher, we've had Lorna Luff, we've had, may he rest in peace, Leslie Jordan. And so just thinking about some of the people who have come through here, and of course, you know, there's Coco Peru, there's Miss Bunny. We're going to have Miss Richfield come up in a few weeks. And, you know, with all the ones that are coming up, it just reminds me that we are a community among communities here. And the Sunshine Cathedral Performing Arts Center is just one of the communities that we offer here at Sunshine Cathedral Square. And so when I think about all that we do and how we operate, this place is a community center on multiple levels for people to come and interact, whether it's theatrical, whether it's just being a one-person show, or even if we have the Symphony of the Americas that have performed here. It just reminds me of how complex and how important this community is to the larger community, because it brings us together for a different kind of worship and a worship experience in our community that brings us together in song, entertainment, and art and crafts.
It's a safe way to come to church.
Yes.
A lot of people, they can't imagine because church was so hateful to them. If they were trans, if one of their parents were trans, if they were gay, if they were bi, if they have a gay kid or whatever. It's just been so hurtful. But they like drag, they like comedy, they like good music, they like folk music or chamber music. And this is where some of that's happening. Free parking, competitive prices, welcoming space. And so we really do think of it. We do not on our end. People think what they think. And that's one of the good things about it, is that you get to think what you think. But on our end, we do not separate a Friday performance from a Sunday worship service, because the same things are happening. People are gathering, people are being affirmed, and people are giving a chance to love themselves and others. That's what we do with liturgy. That's what we do with performances. That's what we do with sermons. That's what we do with comedy monologues. That's what our whole purpose is to bring people together as loving community. Sunday morning is one of the ways we do that. Evening performances is another way that we do that. And that's what I love about it, is that it just opens up what it means to be church, and it opens up ways that you can become part of our community, and you can be a fully active member of this faith community and never once set foot in this building on a Sunday morning, because we offer so many different things. And so if Sunday is triggering for you, don't think about Sunday again, but please don't miss Fran Drescher when she's here. You know what I mean? And then so I love all of that about it. I do want to ask you specifically, Ann, I know you probably have your own things to say, but add to it this. What does it mean for you, for your friends, for the women's community, the lesbian community, the trans women? What does it mean when we have a Judy Gold, who slayed in January, or when we have the super beautiful Ann Steele with just the voice of an angel, or we have Laith Ashley, a trans model and actor, or Matt Alber, who's like right out of the Bear community, or Trey Crowder, who is a straight guy coming to give us love. I mean, so when you see these different people, these women, these trans people, these Bear guys, these straight allies, what does that mean to you? Because if it means something to you, I'm guessing it means something to a lot of other people, and I want them to know about it.
Well, immediately, affirmation. Affirmation. I mean, we talk so frequently here at Sunshine Cathedral about the importance of recognizing people where they are in their journey, particularly queer folk. But there's another layer, specifically for me and others, women. Women in the church. Women in the church have so frequently been set aside and put aside, and to come in and see, okay, we're getting this, we're getting that, but then we're getting Judy Gold. Really? Judy Gold? Oh my gosh, and out lesbian. Ann Steele, and out lesbian. To have that kind of affirmation in a church community, like you said, whether or not they ever step foot in here on a Sunday morning, that, okay, fine, yes or no, that's entirely up to you. But come and see Ann Steele. And see yourself here at Sunshine Cathedral. come and see Judy Gold and see yourself here at Sunshine Cathedral. And if they come to church on Sunday morning, see Reverend Ann at Sunshine Cathedral, see Reverend Marion at Sunshine Cathedral. Yes. We are here to have that. And for the trans folks, for the non-binary folks, it's affirmation. We see ourselves in a place where historically we have been neglected, not just because maybe we identify outside gender norms or because of our sexual orientation, but because of our lived gender. This is who we are.
So representation. Representation.
Stuff,
And it also, when you hear the Jewish Judy, or when you hear the agnostic Trey, I mean, and they're preaching our sermon. You know what I mean? That, I find that very validating. You know, that spirituality can't be contained to dogma, doctrine, tradition, denominational labels, that people who come from very different walks of life are singing our song with us, because it's love, it's community, it's the golden rule.
Right. When we had Ann Steele here just recently, Reverend Robert shared with me, there was a lot of women here, a lot of women I've never seen before. I've never seen this group of women. And I said, because of Ann Steele and because Sharon Gless was on the bill. Not only young women, but older women.
Yes.
Women with the gray hair.
Right. Why do you think Sharon Gless, by the way, who is straight, but almost every person who was like, woo, was not. They were lesbians. What was that crossover about?
Oh, she is an icon.
Because she played strong women characters.
She's an icon. Christine Cagney.
I'm saying.
And if you don't get it, I can't even explain it. Okay? If you don't get it, I can't even explain it. As a 60-year-old out lesbian, Christine Cagney, Cagney and Lacey. I mean, representation on television back in the 80s.
Right.
I mean, 40 years ago.
Right. And then the queerest folk mom, the best mom ever.
Oh my gosh, yes, the queerest folk mom. Phenomenal. Sharon Gless is iconic in the lesbian community. And to have her here at Sunshine Cathedral, not just this time, but she's been here before.
And we'll be back.
Oh my goodness. That will bring women out every single time.
And just real quick, looking at it from the performer's point of view, so many of them have come into our church and looked around and said, oh, poop. It's really a church.
I was going to swear.
And we were like, be yourself. We invited you here because of who you are. And once they realized we were serious about it, boom, they were right there.
I just have to say, I love Trey Crowder's opening line.
Oh, gosh.
God damn.
That was praise God.
All right.